Alrighty, boys and girls, we're here ready to save the world. The final showdown with Team Galactic is on. Go hit the like and subscribe button as we battle Cyrus, and looks like Dialga and Palkia too.
Bush, shut up, bro. You're interrupting the entrance of the devil himself. Silence in the audience, please.
Okay, wow, so they didn't animate Cyrus getting eaten by Giratina, and Dialga and Palkia have just disappeared as well. That part needs some work, but hey, Giratina looked scary, and his animations were pretty good too. I can't wait to enter the Distortion world now, boys.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up on this part, Donnie. We also have Jizzy Joe with us today to witness Donald and the tyranny of Team Galactic in the Sinnoh Region. This episode is going to be action-packed for sure. And then after this, the only thing left for us to do is head towards Sunny Shore City.
A few episodes ago, we asked the viewers what their favorite music was in the Roots, but I forgot how good the Distortion world's music is. It's creepy yet peaceful at the same time. Kinda like Giratina. He's not even evil, to be honest. It's like how God sent Lucifer to rule hell because it needed a ruler.
Okay, that shot right there is the scariest thing ever. Look at his demonic red eyes and the shadow that consumes the rest of his body. This is what you call an entrance, boys.
Oh, so we don't actually go around the Distortion world then? I guess they haven't finished making all that, and instead I'm thrown into a battle against Cyrus right off the bat against two gods. Meanwhile, Giratina is just sitting there watching all this go on. He could stop Cyrus.
A double battle against these two? Well, this should be interesting. Both of them are at level 70 as well, which is the level we'd normally catch them at. So what's the strat for this battle gonna be then, Donald? I hope you have something in mind.
They both kicked things off with pressure, which I think reduces our power points or something like that. To be honest, most of my team aren't even at their level. And then we still have Giratina to battle after this too, so I'm not really sure what to do here. Any advice from you guys would be appreciated.
And we're already getting slammed by these two. Aura Sphere was hella strong, Donald. At least we have some hyper potions, but still no max revives or full restores to use, which isn't so great.
Light Screen was probably the best way to start this battle off. And since we're battling the three gods in this episode, I want everyone to go comment which one is your favorite out of Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, and tell us the reason too. Also, go comment who you think is the strongest out of these three as well.
Tyranitar has already bit the dust not even a minute into this battle. To be honest, Infernape could deal with Dialga quite easily with Flare Blitz or close combat, but Palkia probably has some water-type move on it, which would one-shot our monkey.
Yeah, that's my plan. I know Dialga will be easier to deal with, and then all I need to do is get a Thunder Punch to hit Palkia, and we should be good to go. I bet I still have to battle Cyrus's full team again, though, which would be an absolute pain in the ass. He can never admit he's lost, can he?
Metagross toughed it out for you again, though. He probably has the highest friendship rating out of everyone in our whole team. And with Ice Punch and Thunder Punch, I think these two should be able to clean up in here.
Metagross won't survive another attack, though, Jizzy Joe. We've still won this battle, but the main issue is half our team is dead. And then we still have more battling to do. So I hope Cyrus at least heals our team up if he wants a fair fight. It would be scummy of him if he didn't do that.
These two on the field right now will end Palkia, but yeah, I hope he heals us up too. I need my Stealth Rock and Light Screen strat up to deal with Cyrus. If I had Reflect 2, I could even combine it with Light Screen to get more defense from physical attacks as well.
I don't think you can use those two moves together like that, Donald. Although I could be wrong. Would be pretty cool, though. Yeah. Metagross can learn Reflect, so you could teach it that move before the Elite Four battles. But before all that, the final actual battle with Cyrus has begun. I swear this guy just never gives up.
He didn't even heal our team up. We only lost 2 Pokemon in the battle against those 2 legends, but still this is not a fair fight. Talk about being a dishonorable little bastard.
So Donald has to spend the first few moves healing up our Pokemon, which means Cyrus literally gets free hits on us. but sending out Swampert to deal with Houndoom was probably your best move because we'll resist a lot of his attacks.
Throat Chop is eating away at my health, though. If he gets a crit, then it's going to be GG to Swampert, and I need this guy a lot. The main threat, once again, though, is of course Honchkrow, and I think Infernape with Thunder Punch will be the one to take it out.
Remember, Donald, this guy will almost certainly have some items on his Pokemon. So you probably won't even be able to one-shot Houndoom in one go yet.
These battles, as far as I'm concerned, have all just been preparing me for the Elite Four anyway, and their tactics. I bet they will all have an item on each Pokemon when we get to them. So far, Cyrus has been annoying to deal with, but not necessarily difficult.
Why do I get the feeling all our healing items are going to be gone by the end of this episode, though? I don't know, my spidey senses are tingling. Not that money is really an issue for you, Donald.
I just hope the Pokemon Center at the Pokemon League has some cool items for us. And also, I did some research on this game, too. There's actually a guy at the Pokemon League who can give us all the TMs we've missed in the game if you didn't already pick them up. At first I was like, that's a great feature, but then I realized they'd only do that if the Elite Four were going to be extremely difficult.
Either way, we won't have a choice when it comes to battling them. Plus, having all the moves in the game will be very useful. It means we don't have to waste any time going around Sinnoh looking for moves we want in particular. I know Donald doesn't have the patience for that anyway.
I don't even have the patience to battle this idiot right now, let alone go around looking for moves I probably won't even use anyway. So yeah, that guy will be helpful for me when we get to the Pokemon League. Also, something I realized is Kanto and Johto are the only regions which have a name for their Pokemon League. Every other region doesn't.
True, they call it the Indigo Plateau, which is a very cool name. But then again, both regions share the same place for trainers to try become champion. So maybe that's why it has a name. So the regions don't get confused. Or Game Freak just got lazy with their naming conventions.
And we just got so close to losing Tyranitar to a Probopass. God, I hate that Pokemon so much, guys. Its entire face is the Pokemon, and it freaks me the hell out. Imagine going for a stroll in the middle of the night and you just see that thing staring at you.
Probopass is more annoying to deal with in battle than how it looks in my opinion. I have never not seen one with the sturdy ability too. They almost always have it.
I feel like I've spent more time healing in this episode than I have done any actual battling, and Cyrus has definitely hit me more than I him. I just have an overall stronger team that allows me to basically one-shot any Pokemon I come across, or at least beat them in 2 or 3 moves.
That Crobat is the biggest troll here, Donald. It keeps spamming a turn to hit us and then mock us by running away immediately, just because it's like the fastest thing in the world. Or at least it's the fastest thing in this world since we're not currently on Earth.
True, the Distortion world exists on a plane of existence opposite to where humans live. Everything is in a balance between this place and Earth, essentially. And the movie with Giratina was one of my favorites as a child, too. I still watch it in my free time to this day.
Yeah, sure, because this all existed in your little village when you were a child, Obama. Are you sure you want to go down this route of conversation, LMAO?
Before he has the chance to fire back at you, I shall politely interrupt here and give you a fact on Giratina boys. It has 6 wings to represent the devil.
That was literally the most pointless piece of information I've received so far since I've been joining you lot in these videos. You might as well have told me it's also a ghost type.
Actually, it is a ghost type as well as dragon. And most legendary Pokemon are dragon too, because it's arguably the strongest type in the game. And I bet it was actually the first one which Arceus made other than normal.
Personally, I think all the types came into existence at once, and then Arceus made Mew, which then spread about or something. Although I don't like that theory too much. I feel like there were a few Mews, but not all Pokemon came from it. It just so happens to have all the DNA for whatever reason, though.
If you think about life on Earth, though, Obama, all animal life essentially came from one thing at a certain point in time, so it could be the same with how Mew and every other Pokemon came into existence, excluding Arceus and the Creation Trio, of course, and the Lake Guardians and basically all other legendary and mythical Pokemon.
Yeah, it's lovely listening to Professor Bush and Barack. But right now, Honchkrow is on the field, so I'm going to politely ask you both to shut the hell up if you have nothing useful or helpful to say at the moment. I just lost Infernape because of you two fools.
It's not our fault you didn't use one of your trillion hyper potions to heal it up, Donald. Plus, you knew it was coming and could have switched out, and yet you didn't. So this is your L, bro.
Your L will be getting banned from my videos, Bush, if you keep that sassy attitude up. Plus, I'm on to his last Pokemon now, which is Weavile. His whole team basically consists of dark-type Pokemon, and I've only just realized that now.
The first battle we had with Cyrus was definitely the toughest one overall. The Honchkrow was his strongest member, and since we knew it was coming, every other time has been easier and easier.
You know, I'd like to see Honchkrow get a Mega Evolution one day. I barely see anyone use it, and I bet they would more if it got a Mega form, kind of like with Mawile. No one I know ever uses that one, and then it got a really awesome Mega Evolution of its own.
Sorry to interrupt your flow there, Barry, but Cyrus has been beat. And now we're battling the devil himself. And he's still appearing as a shadow with those scary Sith Lord eyes. And on top of all that, he's level 102.
Okay, did not see this coming. I knew we'd have to battle him, but Giratina being level 100 is pure insanity. Do they really expect me to beat this thing with my current team? I mean, the best I got is Ice Punch on Metagross, and then Salamence, which could easily get taken out too.
He led off with Dragon Claw and could have easily one-shot Metagross with his signature Ghost-type move, Shadow Force, but I think he's just toying with us. And yeah, being level 100 was not something I saw coming at all.
He looks absolutely terrifying, boys. And Ice Punch, which is supposed to be super effective, did jack shit damage to him. Then Giratina decides to use Destiny Bond as well, which is a really scary move which can take us out with him if he also is hit by a knockout move.
I'm literally spending this entire turn healing up my team because most of them died battling Cyrus. The guy didn't give me a break at all and just left me all alone in here to deal with the devil.
To be honest, Donald, I think you're just wasting all the hyper potions right now. Giratina is so strong that by the time you heal up once, he's done double the amount of damage to us, which the hyper potion healed anyway. It's all just pointless.
I think we're going to lose Metagross too. Boy didn't do much in this battle except for Ice Punch. Giratina must have broken defenses to have resisted that move so well. I guess the best option to beat it would be dark types, if nothing else.
I'm going to try Salamence here and see if it can do anything. We still have the light screen active as well, so that's Metagross's contribution to this ass battle. Worst case scenario is we're going to have to use Sleep Powder with Venusaur and take it out that way.
And we just got hit with Dragon Claw. So much for the light screen being useful in here, Donnie. Giratina one-shot Salamence, which you should have seen coming, since Dragon is super effective against itself, of course. We have no fairy types either. So yeah, GG.
It's not GG to me, Bush, you pessimist. I still have enough revives to heal our team up and about 30 more hyper potions too. Plus, this thing can use Destiny Bond all at once. It won't matter if I still have other Pokemon alive in the party. This move is only useful against like Cynthia, in my opinion.
If you wanted to play super cheap, you could have a Pokemon with Destiny Bond and then spam it to hell and back on all team members. And then have a stock of max revives and then rinse and repeat. That way you could take out any team ever without doing much work.
Yeah, sure, that would work. Except buying max revives would cost a fortune. And that would seriously drag battles out for a very long time. Obama, Donald, and Joe are also pushing 90 years old, believe it or not. So I doubt they'd want to waste what remaining time they have left on Earth spamming Destiny Bond.
Thankfully, we don't need to because Donald beat the devil. And now we've somehow been teleported to Send Off Spring. This is the original place where we'd catch Giratina in the normal games, did you know?
And it's also home to one of the most annoying cave systems I've ever had the joy of navigating. I think it's called Turnback Cave or something. And it's just a maze, and I always get lost in there.
Right, and with that, Team Galactic has been beaten, and Cynthia wants me to let Professor Rowan know I'm safe and sound. I think this is also a good point to start ending the episode, boys. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button.
Yeah, they're gone for good. And we can now make our way to the 8th gym to visit our boy Volkner. The best gym leader ever to exist. He's just so cool, and I have a crush on him too.
That literally doesn't surprise me at all. And the poor professor and Dawn here were so worried about you, Donald, they didn't even bother to come to Spear Pillar to check on us.
If they're not going to bother doing that, they can shove their Poke A decks where the sun doesn't shine, because I'm so not wasting my life filling that thing up for them.
Agreed. And now Sunny Shore City awaits for us, and so does Flint. So see you all in Part 17, guys.